First off, I just want to say thank you to the Mill Valley Library. I have never been to a library on a Friday night that offered so much free alcohol. This is awesome. Can we all please give it up to Mill Valley Library? Who cares if the stories are good? We're like at the club. It's like just handing out free glasses of wine. This is awesome. All right. So the theme of tonight is missed connections. My story is more about a unexpected connection, and I hope you enjoy it. So this is a story about the first time I ever helped an 86-year-old with her medication. If there's anything in the world that's more awesome than a little old grandma, it's a little old grandma-in-law, which is what I have. My wife's grandma, Phyllis. Now, Grandma Phyllis, she stands about 5'1" on a good day. She has bleached blonde hair, deep tan and wrinkles from her yearly trip to Hawaii. She lives in San Jose by herself, and she loves to talk liberal politics. But she is also deeply Southern Baptist, and the only one in her family who still goes to church every week. So she's like a combination of Rachel Maddow and Dana Carvey's church lady character from Saturday Night Live. Needless to say, me and her get along great. Now, last year, Grandma Phyllis, unfortunately, she had this pinched nerve in her back. She said it hurt so much, it felt like Rush Limbaugh was sitting on her spine. She didn't like it. And so she went to the doctor, and the doctor said she had two choices to deal with the pain. She could either get the normal prescription painkillers, or she could get a prescription for medical marijuana. And I think you see where this is going. Now, the only conversation I'd ever had with Grandma Phyllis about anything even close to marijuana was 2 years ago at Thanksgiving. She had come over with her usual batch of home-baked desserts, and my wife jokingly asked, she said, "Grandma, are these special brownies?" To which Grandma Phyllis replied, "Of course these are special, honey. I made them myself. What could be more special than that?" Well, she was gonna find out. Because to deal with this back pain, Grandma Phyllis had decided that she didn't want any more painkillers, so she was gonna try what she politely called the plant medicine. And now she wasn't driving much these days, so she needed someone to take her to the clinic. And because everyone else in the family was busy, yes, I was the one who was gonna take Grandma to get her weed. Is this okay in the library? Mill Valley, let's do this. All right, so I actually, I'd never been to a pot club before. I don't have a card, despite the fact that I think every other friend of mine does. It seems like it's so easy to get one here in the Bay Area. You just create whatever health condition you need to get one. I've got anxiety, I sleep too much, I can't sleep, my fingernails are too tight, whatever it takes, and they have one. But this was different. This was Grandma Phyllis. So I was here to help her out. So the day comes, and I go to pick her up, and I take her to the club in downtown San Jose, the other club. And it didn't look like what I expected, like some sort of grimy underground circus type atmosphere. It was actually super clean. It kind of looked, it was super clean, modern. There was brown couches lining the walls and soft indie rock music over the speakers. It kind of reminded me of Starbucks. So we go up to the counter, and the clerk's standing there, and he's this nice tall guy, and he's got these like Buddy Holly glasses and a ZZ Top beard, and you know, he's just super cool. I know he's just like, so, can I help you two? It's me and Grandma Phyllis. And me and Grandma Phyllis. And I can tell she's a little nervous, so I take the lead. And I'm like, yeah, trying to get something for my grandma-in-law? Phyllis? And the guy doesn't miss a beat. This is obviously nothing new to him. He's like, sure, no problem. Can I see your prescription? So we hand it to him. He takes a look at it, and then he goes into full salesman mode. He's like, well, all right, ma'am. These are our different options. You've got purple arugula. We've got Eureka's envy. We've got Rainbow's revenge. But this is what I would recommend for you right here, ma'am. This is called Grateful But Not Yet Dead. This, some of you may have had it. It's what I would give my own grandma. So this is more than enough endorsement for us. So we buy the prescribed amount, and I drive Grandma Phyllis back home. And I take her inside, and you know, I make sure she's okay, and I'm about to put on my coat and get in my car and drive back home when, kind of out of nowhere, she stops me and she pulls out a box of rolling papers, hands them to me in my direction, and says in her sweet little Southern Baptist voice, Josh, do you know how to roll a joint? I said, what? What was that, Grandma Phyllis? She said, well, I mean, you know, I figured that since you were here, and, you know, my hands aren't too good these days, and, well, do you think you could help me out? Well, now this was a situation I was not expecting, but I'm supposed to be here for Grandma Phyllis and for her health, so I'm like, sure, why not? So I start rolling the joint, and I'm nervous. Because, I mean, I want to make it good, but I don't want to make it too good. You know what I mean? Like I'm a professional at this with years of experience in the joint rolling industry. So I make it. Y'all still with me? So I make it, and in a mediocre but still presentable fashion. And I light it, and I pass it to Grandma Phyllis. And she takes it, and she looks at it for a second. And I'm thinking she might have second thoughts. But no. She puts it to her lips, and she takes a huge hit. And then another. And then another. Oh, I need 2 more minutes. I'm so sorry. And she dumps the ash in the tray, and she casually holds it between her fingers. I say, Grandma Phyllis, have you done this before? She says, no, I don't think so. But could you find me a paper clip just for the little piece at the end? Um, 15 minutes later, I'll keep going. 15 minutes later, we're sitting on the couch, sucking on butterscotch candies and watching reruns of Golden Girls. I look over to her and I say, you know, it's 15 minutes later. I'm like, Grandma Phyllis, so what do you think? How are you feeling? How's your back? And she says, you know what? I don't feel any pain right now. Seems to be working. I'm like, yes, this is great. Medical marijuana actually serving a medical purpose. Grandma Phyllis is feeling better, and I'm feeling great about helping her out. So I'm just about to go put on my coat and leave again when she stops me and she says, you know, Josh, I'm probably not going to need all of this. It's too much for me. Would you like to take some home? I think about it for a second, maybe two, and smile and say, no, Grandma, my back is just fine. Thank you all very much.